When we came up with the idea for the Kids on Track program, we wanted to make sure that it reflected who we are as the Lakeside Singers. That is, that we would place equal emphasis on classical choral music and non-classical musical forms. And that's the idea that we brought to the various high school teachers with whom we worked this year. The first phase, the preparation phase, was conducted by going to the high school teachers and having them select the pieces that they wanted to work on. Our only restriction was that they choose something from the classical repertoire and something that was very different in style. Once they had selected those pieces, an individual representative from the group, myself, or one of the many people we had, would come into the classroom 4 times and work with the students, coaching them and preparing them for the actual studio recording experience.
Volume, okay, whatever.
We spent hours on each of those songs, especially with the cartoons because it's so exposed.
The preparation was rigorous. A lot of missed class time through our other periods with it. I mean, it was all worth it. The end result was beautiful. We had a great time doing it. We loved doing it again.
The second phase of the program, and perhaps the one that was most fun for the kids, was the actual recording experience. There we provided buses, brought the kids into Chicago Recording Company, which is one of the best known facilities in the Chicago area, and actually the place where many CDs that the kids knew of had been recorded. The engineers there explained the use of the gear, the big console, all the process of recording, and then the kids went into the studio, put on the headphones, and got to work. The final phase, the mixing phase, was done by the lead person from Lakeside Singers. They took the tracks, mixed them, and then when that process was completed, we came back to the classroom to explain that process to the students.
So we kind of had to burrow in there and find that and see if we can get that out, which we did pretty well. But it takes a lot of work. And Bob and I both sat there with the engineer, and he was the one that really knew how to find it. We were just like, we hear that. Can you find it? And he said, yeah. And so he went to work.
Then we had the fun part of handing each student a CD of their own performance. We asked both the teachers and the students for their feedback when the project was complete. We wanted to know how they felt about it, how they felt that we could improve it as we moved to other schools in the city.
The Kids on Track program with the Lakeside Singers was a very good experience for our kids here from Lincoln Park High School, because they got to see all the technical aspects of the studio, and what we appreciated most was learning how you can work in a studio from the basement up to the top. And a lot of kids actually want to go back and apply for internships, so that was exciting.
The Kids on Track was a really great opportunity for us because I know that most of us had never been in a studio before, and it was really amazing for us to see what goes on behind the scenes. And for a lot of us that are really hoping to be in the music industry one day, it was just a really excellent opportunity for us to see what would be happening once we were done singing. So it was really exciting for all of us.
Kids on Track was a really nice program. It taught us some behind-the-scenes techniques on how it goes in the studio, and for many of us that are hoping to be singers and whatnot, this is really good. The techniques that we learned from them, because they've already been out there and overseas and everything, it really taught us a lot. So I'm glad that I have an opportunity to do it.
The one thing that I liked about the day was that I got to see how all the technical stuff works. I got to see how they edit the music, how they make everything look better. I love the experience. It was not a lot of people get the experience to record music at such a young age, and I love to see how everything worked, how all of us worked together to make the songs better.
I loved recording with the Lakeside Singers. It was a lot of fun. We learned a lot about how recordings work. I had no idea how much is put into all of that, and it was just overall very interesting. And we worked really hard, and they worked really hard, and it was exhausting and fun, and we had a great time.
We'd certainly like to thank Gabrielle and Watson and the Lincoln Park High School Choir, along with Gloria Brown and the Whitney Young High School Choir, for their cooperation in being our first guinea pigs in this project and helping us develop something that we think will help a lot of students.
If music be the food of love, sing on, sing on, sing on till I am filled with joy. Sing on, sing on, sing on.
Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune.